No questions, let's get started. So strings, we all know, it's a group of characters, a collection of characters, and the string you can represent with single quotes, double quotes. So even backtick also you can use to represent the Java strings. And so if you write both will be accepted. Single quote, double quotes, both are allowed. So you can write any one, not necessary to write double quotes only, single quotes. But yeah, so in our XPath also page object model concept, what we will do in between a single quote inside, if you mention double quotes, that is acceptable. Double quotes inside, you can use a single quotes, but double quotes inside, double quotes are not accepted. Or single quotes inside, another single quote is not accepted. So while writing XPath, you will get this kind of no issues. Please take care of that. Yeah, anyhow, I'll show you also in the while designing the page object model concepts. And so quotes inside quotes. So you can use quotes inside a string as long as they don't match the quotes surrounding the string. So this is the one. So this is the quotes. So this is the one, right? It is so it is allowed, right? So that kind of no, but say just now I told, right? Single quote inside, this is the single quote ending, right? This inside double quotes you can put, no issues. Double quotes inside, you can place the single quotes, no issues. This is the another the one I was talking just now. So this is the one you will going to encounter in XPath scenarios. And if you print this answer one, you'll get it's all right. And so he is called Johnny, and this one he is called Johnny in double quotes. So that's how this the quotes inside quotes, how it works. And there is a templates. Templates were introduced in ECMAScript JavaScript 6, that is in 2016. Templates are strings enclosed in backticks. That's what just now we discussed, right? Three ways you can arrange. So one is using single quotes, double quotes. Another one is backtick. Backtick concept is called template strings. So templates allows a single and double quotes inside a string. So you can see this is the backtick. So the backtick inside you can put even double quotes also or single quotes also. Both are valid.
But what's the difference, Ramesh? Backtick and single quote?
So basically, no, if you want to print the values,
Values of the variable
yeah,
with
so
backtick.
variable values within the string, right? Within the string, this one is right.
Okay.
Uh, that backtick will so print the variables very easily. So, but string, if you put in single quote, it doesn't do that.
But
So
can't we do concatenation? Oh,
concatenation again, it's going to be a costly operation, right? So again, the memory
okay.
allocation happens. So
Okay.
that's why in the single line only, if you want to do this, backtick is
Okay.
the
Okay.
template strings. Even from this, Java also implemented this concept.
Okay.
So from JavaScript only they started in the latest versions of Java. These template strings are so introduced. Before it was not there in the Java. Now you can see in the latest versions these template strings.
Okay.
So this is a very useful. You will see in our no automation. So this is very useful. When you are dealing with a dynamically changing elements, dynamically changing text basically. So that time this backtick is the one which helps you a lot. And but this templates are not supported in IE browser, but IE browser itself not there now. We don't need to worry about that. So escape characters, another one. Escape character strings must be written within quotes. So otherwise, so see this is the one started and ending here, but these ones. So this string will be chopped to where the
But this is
so
not
far.
allowed, right? Double quotes
Yeah,
inside
that's
double
what
quotes.
that's what it's not. That's why it is saying it's going to chop. It's not going to be allowed. It's not going to be allowed. So to solve this problem, we can use this here
Okay.
backslash. Can use here backslash.
Okay. Okay.
So that backslash if you use, then it will recognize that. So, but this concept, so you want double quotes also, then you can use this backslash. So that's the one thing. Even with a single quote, you can do, and double quotes also you can do, and backslash also you can do that. That is the one another important concept we need to take care. So this is how you can do that to solve that problem. So another one, there are functions. So we'll discuss the functions also.
Can you go back once again the backslash? That is very confusing when we are dealing with a SOAP XML in the JavaScript, or when we are dealing with a JSON XML in the JavaScript. So we
Mhm.
need to, from where I am coming is, when we are writing a web load script, when we are recording a XML SOAP service,
Mhm.
there are a lot of this backslash colon, and that's where this is more. So anywhere we need to, if we want to join substring to a main one, we need to go with the backslash and a
Yeah,
colon.
you want to escape that. You don't want to consider that as another string, and that's the backslash is the escape kind of thing.
So
So it
here,
won't.
yeah, it's starting is a backslash, then double
Hmm.
quotes, and
Hmm.
ending is with the double quote again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So then what will happen? The program won't consider this as a string inside a string.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So this will be as it is. It will considers if you use a
Okay.
backslash.
Okay.
So that's the main purpose. Even we have this concept in the regular expressions, Java regular expressions. I don't know whether you guys are used any time, but this concept is there in the Java regular expressions. Okay.
Huh?
Yeah. So even these are also some escape characters in JavaScript. Backspace, if you want, removes the previous character. Form feed, moves to a new page. Slash n we know already. We were using from long time. As a new line it will move. Char is written and horizontal tab and is a vertical tab. So as we know already, strings are kind of objects, right? So it's a literal. So for literal, you are assigning an object value. Java strings are a primitive data type, but still they are string literals. And how many of you are aware of string literals concept in Java? So they will store in the special memory, right? In the heap area inside, there is a constant pool memory will be there. That constant pool memory, the string literals will store. So string literals is nothing but when you enclose a value in double quotes or here in single quotes, that's a string literal. These string literals will go and store in the constant pool memory. But that constant pool memory is inside again heap memory. That is specifically designed for the string literals. String literals always goes there, and you can do in Java two types. One is you can create an object with a new keyword for the string class, or you can use a string letters. Mostly people will use string literals only because that's a more efficient and easy way to you declare the new. That's what I was talking about one more, right? String objects can be created with a new keyword also, like this. Either this one is correct. This is called string literal. And this one is using new keyword. You are creating the object for a string class. Both are same, but what will happen here? It will go and store in the string constant pool, but here, so it will store in the heap memory. That's the difference between the memory is different. Both memories are different.
Which is most efficient way?
Literals always, literals is the most efficient. Why literals is the most efficient is, for example, if this one is already there in the memory, then another memory won't create. And so another variable, let y equal to Jan if you do, so already Jan is there in the constant pool memory. It will go and check that, and the same reference will be assigned to another variable. So that memory efficient basically. It saves the memory for us. But in this case, what is happening? Here it creates a two objects here. This one is a heap memory, and this is another literal, right? This will go and store in the constant pool again. That is the two objects it will create. Basically, it slows down the your execution speed also because of these two objects. More memory it will create. Two times it is creating object. So that's why mostly people will use literal concept only. So nobody creates object with the new keywords for the strings. Even in Java also, here also. Most of the time we'll use this literal concept only. Any questions? This is very important. Understanding the memory concept is very important. So literals is preferred always because they stores a memory. If no same value is you are referring one more time by some other reference, it won't create another object. It will refer to already existing one in the memory. But with this, with the new keyword, it will create a two objects. So that is the problem here. So to avoid that, people will always use string literals. Okay. So I was talking about double quotes, and there is one more. Uh, double equal to and triple equal to. So these two also important. So double equal to is also called loose comparison, and triple equals to is, so strict comparison will happen. So very strictly it will be compared. So what is this double equal to? Checks only values, not data types. So double equal to check only values are same or not. It won't check any data types. It converts values if necessary before comparing. That is the, so coercion, and coercion is another concept. Coercion means if typecasting is required, it will automatically convert, and so compares that. That is the this double equal to. When using a double equal to operator, x and y are equal, so that's the meaning of that. So let x equal to Jan, let y equal to new string Jan. So this will return false for us there. So basically it is comparing the references of these two. So this reference is different and this reference is different. So that's why you will get a false. So next example two, if you see, when using the double equal to operator, x and y are equal. You can see console.log 5 equal to and 5 double equal to 5 in string format. So this is true. So it is not, as I told you on the top, it is not checking the data types. So it is just, so 5, this double equal to 5 is converted into 5 automatically. That's a coercion, we call that. So when you do same thing with no triple equal to, right? The true double equal to 1 means this is returning true, because true is converted to 1. So false is as a 0. So the 0 is false and true is 1. It automatically converting and giving a true for us. So that is the this coercion will happen when you are using a double equal to. Remember this.
Ramesh,
And
in example 1, x is
mhm.
equal to y, right? That is true, right?
Which one?
In example 1, if I say
Okay.
console.log x double equal to y, that will return true, right?
No, as I mentioned, the memory
Okay.
reference is
But,
different. So
but
it's
both,
not these values, right? It compares the references.
okay.
So this memory reference is different and this memory reference is different. So that's why you will get a
So
false.
it double equal to is not the values then.
Yeah, so it no, basically it compares the values. There is a method for strings, equals method will be there.
String is equal. Okay.
Yeah, so instead of double equal to, there is a equals function. So
Okay.
that is different. That compares the content. That compares the content, not the references, reference numbers. Here it is going to take a reference number.
Okay.
And a triple equals is a strict comparison, checks both values and data types. So variable 1 and variable 2 values are same, and also checks the data types, whether the data types are same or not. If data types are not same, it returns false for us. See here, x and y So these are not equal, right? So basically, so both are not equal. So that's what this strictly it will compare. So strictly it will compare. So this memory is different, this memory is different. So obviously it's not equal. And so here also 5 triple equal to 5 is the false, but we got with a double equal to true. And here true triple equal to 1 means false because boolean versus number. So exactly it is checking. So here number versus a string. Here boolean versus number. So that's why it is just strictly checking uh, these data types also along with values. So comparing two string objects always returns false. JavaScript objects cannot be compared. If you want to compare, either you can use double equal to, right? So that's how we can use, see, that's how we can compare these are the two objects. So which returns false because this object is different and this object is different, right? Both are not same. Even so, don't confuse here. This is the same, this is same. The references are this memory address is different, this memory address is different. That's why we get a false.
But here the declaration is same, right?
No, see, every time you are creating a new means what? Every time it creates a new object.
Yeah, even the second one also the new object, right? Even let y is equal to new
That
string.
memory address is different, right? This address is different. That address will store here, and another
Okay.
memory will create for this also because you are calling again new keyword. One more
Okay.
memory will create.
If the other way, right? Let y is equal to John and x is equal to John and y is equal to John. In that scenario, will it return true?
Yeah, it returns true
Okay.
because that's a literal, right? Literal will
Yeah.
point to same memory. Okay, so that's it's the same example here. Triple equal to is so it's going to check, but why? So x here is the one integer, and here also integer. Yeah,
But
it's true,
memory
right? Because
addresses
the
are
values
different.
are not same. The values are not same. That's why we're getting a false. And so this is all no. We can no just write some programs and we'll see that. Okay. But basically, the memory you need to understand. So once you understand the memory concept, how literal will store, how this with a new keyword, how the memory will store. If you are
Ramesh,
clear with that, you can answer easily.
quick
This kind of,
question.
yeah.
Little above that. Let x equal to new string of John, right? Y equal to, yeah, here x equal to y, false return. But when it writes to a console statement, does it writes both as John, right?
No, 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 no. So in the X, it will store the memory address of this, not John. So as I mentioned very clearly, when you create an object, right? When you create object, so object holds the integer number. Okay. Then if you want this value, there is a intern concept, one more intern concept. Okay. That will be a different. But this X is going to have the number, the memory address, because you are assigning an object to this X, not this value. You are assigning a Y, another integer memory address. That's why it is returning false. Are you clear? You have to consider integer numbers here, not this string. Don't confuse here. I told you already, new keyword when you use, it will create a memory.
Okay.
So the memory has some integer numbers. Let me draw that. Okay. See, look, two memories will create for this. Okay. This has X is going to have a separate number. So even though you create a new string, okay. So now what is happening? This memory is different and this memory is different. This memory has some integer number. So suppose you have 3, 4, 5, 6 and this has 9876. Okay. So now this value will store in the X, not John. Okay. And this value will store here. So this memory address will store. So now what will happen? And this number will store here in the X and this number will store here in. So now if you compare both of them, both are different, right? That's why you are getting a false there. That is the main reason. If you want to get this string literal, again it will go and store in there is a special memory here. The special memory it will create there. That special memory is called constant pool. So that is called, this is the heap memory. So here a special memory constant pool will be there. So there the John will store you. Okay. So this is how it will come. In the same heap memory only. So with the new keyword, that is the problem. Right? So with the new keyword, see this value is going here and same value will store here. Now, so if you want to get this value, you have to intern method is there one more. That method you have to call here to get this string value. Otherwise, as I mentioned, every object, the address of this object will store here in the reference variable, in this reference variable. I hope this gives more clarity for you guys.
Yeah, Ramesh. So here X and Y are reference objects to that. And this John is like a literal,
Yeah.
like the constant.
If you enclose the value in double quotes, that's a literal.
Oh,
If you enclose the value in double quotes or single quotes, it's a literal. Literal is going and store in the constant pool. This is the one which creates object here in the heap area. Right? So that's how it will
so
occupy the memory.
when can we make this statement true? How can we make this statement true? If I have to make this.
We should not make our based on our
Okay.
requirement. This always is going to be a false one.
Okay, then makes sense. Then I just want to hear from, yeah. Okay.
This is never going to be true.
Yeah.
Because always this address is different, this address is different, right?
Yeah.
There is no chance of becoming a true.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? We'll discuss our basic string methods also. No questions? Yeah, then let's move on. Let me erase this. Okay. See, there are a lot of methods here. I think you all know these methods, some of them. So we have a inbuilt methods, all inbuilt methods, but all are very useful for us. So regularly we'll use, because the web page gives only string, right? From string, you have to extract your data. We should have these methods. So most important one, length method. Let's discuss some of them. Length method, it will check how many characters are there in that string. Caret method, it fetches the character at a given index from the string. And so there is a ellipsis. We are going to use string dot this square bracket ellipsis. So based on your number of characters or number of words, if you want to split it, and you can do that. The slicing, we call that. The slicing you can do with this square bracket dot dot also. Otherwise, you can use a slice method also. And another one, substring method. Substring method is basically a portion of string is called substring. So that substring, if you want to get it, you will use a substring method. And so if you want to convert to uppercase, you can do the to uppercase method. If you want to convert to lowercase, you can convert to lowercase. You want to concatenate two strings, you can join the two strings. Trim method, basically trim method will remove the white spaces beginning and ending, not in the middle of the string. So trim start, trim end, you can tell where you want to trim it. So that's on padding. If you want to give a padding, padding start, padding end, you can use that. So another very useful one is a repeat method. You want to repeat how many times the same string. So that you can give that repeat method. Replace, you want to replace the current string or character with a new string. So you can use replace method.